As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. We are all twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. We are many identities and loves, many genders and none. We are in between roles and the intersection of histories, or between place and place. We are crisscrossed paths of memory and destination, streaks of light swirled together. We are neither day nor night. We are both, neither, and all. This is written by a trans rabbi, the first trans rabbi in Jewish history. Twilight people, from a very special kind of prayer book, Siddur Sha'ar Zahav, written for and by LGBTQIA plus people. I'm Camille Shira Angel, that's my full name. My Hebrew name is Shira Bat Harav Kalman Vishulamit. So I come from a long line of rabbis. My father was the 8th generation to be a rabbi in his family. I came into my adult years really wanting to carry on the tradition in my family. I was attached to my dad. Like, I promised to him as a child I would be the best Jew I could be. That was like a deathbed promise that I made to my father when I was 12 years old. And I had no idea at the age of 12 that that would somehow be challenging as a lesbian. I didn't know that promise was going to be complicated by being a woman. I didn't fully grasp what being determined to be the best Jew I could be would mean. As I started to come out to myself and come out to others, I began to question whether or not I would be able to even be ordained, study and be ordained, and then ordained, but then to what end would I be able to find a job? And when I was applying to become a rabbi, they administered a psychological exam called the MMPI, meant to weed out homosexuals and other sexual perverts from seminary. So when I applied to become, even just to study as a rabbi, I was having to navigate a system set up to negate me. Within the first year of being in seminary, the whole movement of Reform Judaism and the college board at the seminary voted to put an ending to weeding us out, but rather we could bring our whole selves to seminary. I was in the first class where they admitted us openly, knowing that we were gay and lesbian. So in a way, like my whole rabbinate from the time I began as a student has been as an LGBTQ activist. I began to just show up as me and make all kinds of relationships with people as me, but without hiding that I was a lesbian. And if you wanted to know me, you needed to know this was part of who I was. And so you might wonder how a rabbi came to work at a Catholic university. I have this unique first opportunity to be rabbi in residence. It's really just a clever way I came up with naming what I thought I was doing here. I think of our campus as a home away from home, a residence, if you will. Every now and then I think, gosh, I should ditch the in residence so people will just know I'm the campus rabbi, because I'm not going anywhere, I hope. So the classes I teach here, right now there are 2 courses. One is called Queering Religion. In that class, I try to bring in a whole host of guests from different religious backgrounds. The second class is called Honoring Our LGBTQIA plus religious elders. I've come to I just love pairing undergraduates with older adults who have lived through and made history. The students in that class, they meet their elders over 12 weeks and interview them, and then put together a legacy video to help showcase the life work of the elder. and help the elder to know that their stories are being transmitted beyond this generation. And it's been a really great time for this class because undergraduates, people 60 and older, it's been a isolating, difficult, lonely time through this pandemic. And I think both groups have looked forward to having this weekly reprieve of grandparent type age person, maybe, who can share with them history and wisdom of living through a pandemic, having done so already once in their lifetime. In Judaism, we're obligated to transmit our legacy to the next generation. Many people in the generation of 70s and 80-year-old LGBTQ people aren't raising children of their own. They don't have proximity to grandchildren in the way that heteronormative couples can often expect to. So you have a group of people who have to transmit their legacy, and then you have college students who, by and large, want to be well-informed and literate about LGBTQ history. And so it's very transforming to be the subject of the education that's never been provided until now. So now in my classroom, I have students who are encountering this neglected material and elders who in the classroom are imagining what their lives might have been like if 50, 60 years ago they had had such a class or such an opportunity. My students feel like they're purposeful in helping to become the caretakers of these stories, and I think the elders feel purposeful in being teachers. So those are the two classes I teach. So breaking bread in the binary, religious people break bread, it's a thing we do, that'll be the way we convey that, come on, we'll feed you. Every week at 11:45, actually we meet outside of university ministry and we have a little lunch. Some kind of bread is involved, like usually it's pita and hummus and some falafel. And then we go into the Romero room and usually have a 30 or 40 minute kind of edutainment, combination of raising our awareness about some issue that concerns us and thinking about how it impacts us. We might end with some kind of ritual moment. Feels good to have this regular place to drop into where we might meet someone new and definitely feel like we're building something with others we might not know as well. One of the Jesuit values is cura personalis, attention and care of the whole person. People who are self-identify as part of what we would call the sexual minorities are at higher risk of mental health challenges and suicidality. I mean, throughout history, we've been rendered as dangerous. So even though there's been all this radical change in the last 50 years, it's 50 years versus 3,000 plus years. To me, being the best Jew I can be means, as a lesbian, actively trying to repair that damage and at the same time show off the phenomenal, enduring values that these religions have to offer. If any of this is of interest to you, then introduce yourself to me. I'm almost every day at university ministry. You could take one of my classes and we'll be fast allies forever. This is actually old Jewish wisdom found in the teachings of our ancestors called Pirkei Avot, where it urges people to not be alone, but to find someone to learn from and to accompany and to eat with and to play with. It's very explicit in the direction. And I would say that being human it's really hard. And it seems like it's especially hard now. It's already hard being a human. And I think my message to young people is to work hard, not to be alone. To take it like one step at a time and to find ways to live your best self. So my advice would be to come to Breaking Bread in the Binary. It's one really safe place to meet other people and practice engaging and building community.